Welcome everyone to this Dominion tier list. So with the upcoming tournament, I thought it's only fitting to make a tier list based on the Dominion map. If you guys have different opinions about how you would rate each legend, I will leave this template in the description so you guys can make your own tier list and share how it varies from mine. So boys, let's begin. Like I said, Dominion map, I pulled off all of these pictures, I mean icons from the game itself, so hopefully we don't get sued. Now let's begin. First, I say we start off on a good note. So Witch Queen, bro, Witch Queen for Dominion is S tier, there's no question about it. We will straight up put her here. Now the fact, why is she S tier? Well, with a team or even by yourself, see, if you play solo, I think it's she's between A and S tier, but with a team, she is the perfect support. Her slow from her big bow ability, insane, just super good for Dominion especially. So if you manage to slow all of the enemies, they can't make it back into the square, it's easy points for you, is what I'm trying to say. Her ulti is not the best, but her X skill, her bow skill makes up for it, which makes her the perfect support character for Dominion, and that puts her in S tier for me, for Dominion. Now we'll go from the very back to the front. Wolfgang. Let's see, Wolfgang is an assassin, right? He appears to be big and beefy, but he does not have much health. He is immovable with his when he presses his ulti, but that does not make him that good for Dominion itself. Now, assassins in general for Dominion, unless you're with a pre-made team, aren't as viable, I'd say. So Wolfgang, keeping in mind all of his abilities, he does have a slow with his X ability as well, if you have the ability unlocked, but I think I would put him somewhere between C and B tier. I wouldn't butcher him that badly. I wouldn't butcher him, put him in C tier. I think he's B tier for me, at least in Dominion from what I've seen. But that also contributes to the fact that, or adds up to the fact that people haven't had much experience playing against him. So yeah, of course there's the unknown factors. Lots of factors go into this, to be honest. But for me, I would say he's B. Actually, no, he's C tier, I'm sorry. He's actually C tier, because if some legends, like you're about to see, go in B tier, he belongs in C tier. For Dominion, I wouldn't say he's that good. For Battle Royale, sure, play him. He's either A tier, he's A tier in Battle Royale, but in Dominion, personally, I think he's C tier. Alright, so, Snow. Again, another assassin. The fact that he has a skill that locks him in place and you can't cancel it unless you have a ulti, just, yeah, doesn't really work in his favor. So, Snow, for me, again, an assassin, does decent damage but can easily be interrupted. His combo, so Snow heavily relies on his combo, right? But when you have 3 people hitting you at all times, you can't really get your combo off, can you? So again, Snow as an assassin, I would put him at C tier. Alright, Robin, the newest character, Robin. You guys probably already have an opinion formed of him. Robin, I've been playing him quite a lot. I have like 800 trophies at the moment, but Robin, for Battle Royale, he's alright. Just alright, not good, not superb. Just alright. For Dominion, however, he falls in the range of these assassins, to be honest. He's not an assassin, he's an archer type, but his low skill, I mean low range, sort of puts him between an assassin and an archer, in my opinion. So, Robin, let's see, I guess, Witch Queen, S, A, B, C. Honestly, for Dominion, Robin would have to be D tier. I'm sorry, my boy, I know you look like me, I know you're sad, but yeah, D tier. He's not The fact that he's somewhere between an archer and an assassin just doesn't work in his favor. And also he has to charge his skill, so yeah, no. Now, Red. Our girl, Red. Red is also an assassin, but you guys know she's broken. Her kit has been broken from the very start, boys. There's no question about that. So, she's an assassin, though she's super fast, can go invisible, and her damage is just off the charts. That is why I think she's one step ahead of the other assassins, which puts her in B tier for Dominion. Ravi, boys. Ravi is probably one of the best. I think he was created with Dominion with the developers having Dominion in their minds. He is super good. His ulti is just perfect for Dominion. His other skills and the fact that he's a melee champ aren't that good, but the fact that I think his ulti just makes up for it. Oh, so he's either between S and A tier, but honestly I think he's a good counterpart to Witch Queen. If Witch Queen is the S tier range champion, Ravi would be the S tier melee champion. Alright, so we rated these boys. Now who should we rate next? I'll start ignoring the order and just pick them however I want. Now, Kaiser. I think Kaiser is a perfect example of an A tier champion. He's tanky. His ulti, when used, makes him immovable again. Immovable object if you just keep punching. If you have his ability, the one that increases the knockback range, I think that puts him at S tier. But if you don't, assuming you don't, he will be in A tier for me. He's actually one of my favorite champions for Dominion personally, and one of my best. Alright, so next, who should we do? Let's do Hook, boys. Hook has been subjected to quite a lot of changes. She has not had a fun time. Now, I think she used to be S tier back in the day before she got nerfed. Now she got quite heavily hit by the changes. So if she was A tier after some nerfs, now she's either B tier. She's actually, I think she's perfectly fitted for B tier, to be honest with you. She used to be, after the first nerf, she went from S to A tier. After the second nerf, she went from A tier to B tier. It's just how it went. Literally. No doubt about it. Alright. So next, let's do Rapunzel. I've been saying this from the very start, but I think Rapunzel is a weaker version of Peter. She feels like Peter, she just a weaker version of Peter. So Rapunzel, though her ulti gives her some edge over the rest of the champions here, I think she's either C tier or B tier, but right, I have something in mind, so I'm gonna put her at B tier for now. Let's see. Well, speaking of Peter, let's do him next. I used to think that he's an S tier champion, and with some teams, with some team compositions, he is an S tier champion. But if you're playing Pug, pickup groups, random pickup groups, I think he's better fitted for the A tier. So Rapunzel is one tier below Peter, because she's a worse Peter, and Peter is A tier. Like I said, if you play with a pre-made team, Peter is usually S tier. But if not, if you're playing randomly, I mean solo, A tier is good for him. Alright, now who should we do? Let's do Master Cat. Now boys, Master Cat is a very good duelist. He's very good for battle royales, but for duels and for battle royales, he's perfect. But for Dominion, the fact that his ulti makes him stay in one place is really not good, and people can just get free damage off on you. And yeah, you only have so much health. So if you were just basic attack, but even his basic attacks are sort of slow. So for Dominion, I would rate, you guys know I love Master Cat, but for Dominion personally, I would rate him in the range of the assassins. So Master Cat goes to C tier. Alright, now, who should we do? Flair. Flair is surprisingly, I was expecting her to be completely bad, but her ulti makes people take damage, makes them slow. So if you just put it in the square, you can pretty much just zone them out. Her X skill is a knockback, which also works pretty good, surprisingly good for Dominion. I didn't expect her to be that good in Dominion, actually. I never played her, I used to ignore her up until recently, but she appears to be quite alright for Dominion. So if I had to rate her, she's not S tier. She's between A and B tier, but if these boys, Peter and Kaiser, are A tier, she belongs in B tier, in my opinion. Now, we have a few left. Let's see. I think you guys know who's going in the don't category, right? You guys know. Now, Ducky, I love her. I missed her for the longest time, but I just don't think she's good for Dominion. If you have the jump pads, sure, you can charge your ulti, and you can stay in the air for long periods of time, but in general, I don't think she's just not that good, bro, in any mode, to be honest. She's cute, she's adorable, she's rare, but just no, I'm sorry. You belong in the don't category. Now, Don Quixote. Where should we put you, my big beefy boy? Now, he's a tank. His X skill makes him immovable, provided you can navigate a truck and you have a truck driver's license. Though I wouldn't say he's that good, to be honest, in this mode. He's alright, but nowhere near some other champions. I also haven't seen him played much in Dominion mode. I've played him, he's alright, but doesn't blow me away. He's between C and D tier, I'd say. But I'm leaning towards C tier, to be honest, because he's just average, bro. He's just average. He's not bad by any means. Alright, now let's go with Nui. Nui is Ravi's sister, Ravi is S tier, so surely she should be S tier as well, right? Well, at least in my opinion, not quite. Her basic attack string is good because it locks you in place, it stuns you, stun locks you. But from then on, if you just use your skill, sure you can zone, but her ulti just isn't good. Her ulti, I mean, in some situations it's useful, but in most cases it's just either bugged or doesn't do nearly as much damage as you want her. Though, having said all that, I still think she's between S and A tier. But the fact that she also has to stay in one place while basic attack locking you, and unless the teammates are all gathered up in one bunch and you just manage to get them all in a stun lock, somebody's bound to interrupt you. So I think if Ravi is S tier, you would be A tier, in my opinion. Alright, so who's next? Cindy. Ooh, Cindy. Now, Cindy was actually the champion or legend that confused me the most. I was not sure where to rate her. She used to be, in my opinion, A tier, but now she's gone down the ranks because people know how to play against her and all of that jazz. So I think, having said all that, I would rate her again at B tier. And Alice, ooh, we left the best for last. Ducky is a don't. Robin is please don't. C, S tier is, you can get away with it, but you have better choices. B tier is, you're getting there, it's kind of warmer. A tier is good choice, but there's a better one. And out of these, I'd say Alice is another S tier champion, in my opinion, for Dominion. Battle Royale, she's... I don't remember how I rated her, either A or B. But in Dominion, I think she's S tier. Her mines, bro, if you have her mine ability, the one that drops 2 mines, insane. You have a huge lead over the rest. Her basic attack knocks you back. Her mines stun you. Her ulti has a huge range and manages to stun you. So yeah, she's S tier for sure. Alright, so our S tier champions, Witch Queen, she can stand there for long periods of time. She has her bow skill, which slows all of the enemies and pushes them back. Her ulti is not good, but she can levitate for long periods of time. So yeah, the S tier. Ravi, his ulti makes him S tier. Alice, her whole kit is just perfectly designed for Dominion. Kaiser, beefy boy, huge knockback, especially if you have the ability, bro, sick. Peter, classic champion, classic, very good for Dominion. Ulti, XQ knockback. The fact that he's an A tier, why he's an A tier is because of his basic string and because it can be easily interrupted. Same goes for Nui. Red, yeah, assassin, but obviously broken. Hook belongs in B tier, just after the nerfs went down and down and down, and just in the middle right now. Rapunzel, a little bit of a worse version of Peter. Flair, A, knockbacks. The only downside to her is her low HP pool. Cindy, nerfs, went down. Assassins, C tier is the Assassins League. Wolfgang, looks good, has very little HP. Snow, combo can be interrupted. Master Cat, his ulti makes him stay in one place, hence why he is in this division. Don, big, beefy, but his kit in general, he's alright actually, but I wouldn't rate him at B tier with these other boys. Or would I? Nah, I think he belongs here, to be honest. I love you, bro, but no. D tier, Robin is just, he's alright in Battle Royale. In Dominion, no, just, yeah, there's better choices. And Ducky, unfortunately, I'm sorry, my duckling, but yeah, that's how I rate you. Alright, boys, hope you guys enjoyed this actually. Oh my god, that was 17 minutes, bro. 17 minutes of your time. Sheesh. Hey, if you made it this far, thanks for watching, boys, and I'll see you. Hey, by the way, before I go, do you guys like this new style for our channel? Check out our new stuff on the channel. So yeah, boys, thanks for watching and bye.